Just now you realize there are a lot of bear traps placed around the cabin, and it was difficult for you to identify them because they were covered by the snow. The unstoppable pain makes you fall towards the snow in front of you. Oh my gosh. As more bear traps are triggered, you're no longer you. You are an unrecognizable piece of flesh. The snow's dyed even brighter red, and you can only wait for the wolves to eat up your remains. Dang. Hello, everyone. This is DT the Week, and welcome to Bloody Painter Dating Simulator. So, for the people who actually know that I had a channel before this, I've already played this game before on my other channel, and it did pretty well, and I actually enjoyed the game a lot, so I figured I'd play it again on this channel, because why not? So just a heads up, this will be a 3-part series. I'm going to be releasing all of them today, scattered throughout the day, similar to how I did the reactions the past week. Just something I'll say before we get started in the game. This is a work of fiction. If you encounter a murderer, don't get into a romantic relationship with them. That's not good. Also, killing people isn't good. And making art of their bodies isn't good either. So, with that being said, let's just dive right into the game. Ugh. With a severe headache, you wake up in an unfamiliar place. As you touch the bruise on the back of your head, it seems you were hit by something heavy before you lost consciousness. A heavy iron chain tied around your feet. Someone has trapped you here. You try to remember what happened before you lost consciousness, but you can't recall anything. Let's investigate the surroundings first. Let's see. We'll investigate the wall. The room is surrounded by 4 walls without any windows. It's weirdly cleaned up, and no ashes or sand can be seen. Looks like a prison built by a germaphobe. Where to investigate next? We'll investigate the cell phone. Wait, we have a cell phone and we're trapped? That doesn't make any sense at all. No signal. I might be in a remote place or underground. Where to investigate next? I'll go for the mattress. There's a mattress on the floor. The mattress feels really hard to lie on. Where to investigate next? Oh, the meal. Near the door, there's a serving of spaghetti with tomato sauce and a bottle of water. Also, a round plastic fork that's completely harmless was thoughtfully attached. It's still warm, feels like it was sent here not too long ago. Where to investigate next? The door. You peek through the keyhole, but you see nothing outside. I wonder where I am. Where to investigate next? I guess we end the investigation. Yes. What's the next move? Yell for help, listen, knock over the meal, or sleep? Well, first things first, we're gonna save the game. It's Japanese, I can't read it. Or Chinese, I don't actually know. We'll yell for help. Nobody answers. Help! Listen. You can't hear any sounds other than your own breath. The soundproofing in this room seems particularly good. Knock over the meal. No. Why would we knock over the meal? That's stupid. We'll sleep. Are you sure? Sure. You lay on the bed. You try to sleep under this condition. Maybe it's the fatigue caused by nervousness, but you still fall asleep. A gasp. Huh? Huh? You open your eyes after hearing some noises. Oh my gosh, scary anime man. A tall man wearing a mask is squatting on the ground and looking at you with his head tilted. He remains silent, as if sizing up his prey. He points to the plate on the floor, like indicating you should finish your meal quickly. Thinking that the strange man might have poisoned your meal, you shake your head in fear. Seeing you have no Don't interrupt me. Seeing you have no intention of eating, he looks quite
You
distressed.
can't die.
Okay,
Not now.
why? He speaks slowly with a deep and steady voice.
The freezer is full.
What do you mean by that? What does that mean?
The freezer is full, and there's no space for more.
Oh,
7 days.
he pauses and thinks.
There won't be space until 7 days later.
I see.
If you die now, you'll rot.
Uh-huh. What do you mean? So I only have 7 days left to live? He nods and walks out of the door. Wait, you can't just leave me here like this, please! Your cries can't stop the door from closing. Day 1, night. Let's investigate the surroundings first. The meal. A bread and a bottle of water. Door. You peek outside from the keyhole. You see the shadow of the man walking around. Seems to be busy with something. What is he doing? That's a good question. Mattress. Really? Sleep to the end of the day, but we didn't even do anything. Oh well. Please try to improve your survival rate within 7 days. Day 2, morning. Let's investigate and look around. Meal. Empty plate. Door. You check the keyhole. You seem to see something. You see that there's a vague figure at the end of the door. We'll yell for help. Help! After yelling for help, you finally realize what it is. That is an artwork made of the human body, not a human being. Gasp. Ah! You hear the door open. You slowly push the door and there's no trace of the strange man. First, you go into a room with a large freezer, sink, and operating table. Then you open another heavy door. You find yourself in a room full of glass display jars. The jars are all filled with specimens made from human body parts. Ew. It's like you're in an art museum. Could it be that he wanted to freeze me as material for specimen artwork? You're thinking. You seeing this scene? We'll scream profanities. What the heck are these sick stuff? So disgusting. You say all the curse words you can think of in your life. You raise your fist and smash it against the glass cabinet, but stop just before your fist hits it. Your wrist is grabbed by someone. Before you realize it, the man is already standing behind you.
The last thing I welcome is an uneducated person like you.
Oh no. You feel a twinge in your abdomen, and the red, warm liquid flows out. He kills you and cleans up the scene carefully. After dissolving you with strong acid, he buries you in the garden. Bad ending. 6 out of 2. You're not even good enough to be material. Let's see. Let's try to run away. I feel like that's going to give us the same outcome. You look for a door to escape everywhere, but you just can't find any. With an idea, you lie on the wall and start tapping, trying to find if there's a hidden secret passage. Just when you're tapping, someone covers your face with a small towel from behind. You pass out after struggling for 2 to 3 minutes. You're back in the small room when you wake up, and the door is locked. There's no such chance ever again that after that, you can only eat the meal he sends every day and wait for the 7th day to come. Bad ending. 6 out of 3. Lamb to the slaughter. Alright, I guess now we admire the artworks. That's disgusting. You look around and admire his work with relish, and ketchup, and mustard. You look at them for 15 minutes straight.
Interesting.
Ah, you hear a voice coming from the corner. It turns out that the man has been watching you from a blind spot behind the glass cabinet. I like them. They're so beautiful. All right, we need mental help. The man goes silent, with his head tilted for a couple of seconds. After hearing your comment, he seems to be thinking about something.
Don't you consider it cruel or bloodthirsty to them?
I do. No, I feel nothing at all.
You're such a weirdo.
And that's coming from you. You think, aren't you talking about yourself? After you have a tour in his display room, he locks you back in the small room you were in. You go to sleep to end the day. Well, that was interesting. Your survival rate increased. Nice, let me drink some milk. Day 3, night. Oh, oops. I accidentally skipped some dialogue. Until noon, you don't see breakfast or lunch being delivered. You're already starving. You're waiting for him to bring dinner, but what you get is not dinner. Instead, you hear the door was opened. A light shines through the crack of the half-open door, looking like an intriguing invitation. You open the door and walk into that light. You first arrive at the room with the operating table outside of the door. But this time, the operating table is not empty. There's a defrosted human corpse on it. The man pops out of somewhere. He unties the iron chains from your feet and hands the surgical knife in his hands to you.
First, where do you think the first cut should be?
Pardon? His voice tone sounds cold, like the kind of teacher who gives students hard questions on purpose. Let's attack him with the knife. You turn around quickly and try to stab him with the surgical knife. But he seems to have already known you would do that, and holds you down quickly.
You were indeed pretending.
Oh, sorry. He locks you back into the small room you were in. There is no such chance ever again after that. You can only eat the meal he sends every day, and wait for the 7th day to come. Well, that wasn't very smart of us. Yeah, no, exactly. Let's see what happens if we say that we can't do it. You can't hurt innocent people, even if it's a corpse. But if you don't cut it, the man will know you're just pretending to admire his artwork to survive. After struggling with your thoughts, you drop the knife in your hand in fear.
You were indeed pretending.
I'm sorry, man. He locks you back in the small room you were in. There's no such chance ever again after that. You can only eat the meal he sends every day and wait for the 7th day to come. Yeah, that's what I figured. Bad ending. 6 out of 5. Too soft-hearted. Alright, I guess in that case we just kind of go with it. It's a dead body after all, so it's not like we're actually hurting anyone. Maybe beautiful works always come with some sacrifices. Without hesitation, you stab the abdomen of the corpse with a knife. But due to lack of professionalism, the lines you cut are crooked and ugly. And this is when you get close behind your back and holds your hand. Oh, wow. You're both holding the surgical knife, like you two are cutting a cake together. With his hand, the lines you cut become smooth and clean. You can smell an ocean perfume on him due to how close you are. It seems to be sprayed to cover up the smell of formalin. It would be so sweet if only he wasn't a serial killer. You can feel his warmth with your back, but his fingers are a little cold. He's focusing on cutting the corpse, and your hand keeps moving under his lead. He could have killed you or ignored you, but he didn't. You start to speculate on the purpose of his behaviors. Could it be that he wants someone who can ignore the cruelty in process and understand him? You think. After the happy creative time ends, you're locked in the room you were in. You go to sleep to end the day. Day 4, noon. Until noon, you don't see breakfast or lunch being delivered. You're already starving. You notice that something is shining at the corner. A key. It seems like the man accidentally dropped it last night. You open the door with the key. You go past the operating table where you two spent creative time together last night. The display room. Then you discover that there are unnatural, uneven marks from one wall to the corner. You find a trapdoor. After pushing the trapdoor, you see a normal basement storage room. At the corner of the storage room, you see a stair that goes up. Turns out this is really an underground secret room, hidden layer by layer with trapdoor. No wonder the sound insulation is so good. You walk up the stairs and see a heavy wooden board. You push it hard. What catches your eyes in the interior of the cozy cabin? Then you realize the heavy wooden board you just pushed is the back of a bookcase. You look around and find that there are insect specimens everywhere in the cabin, and there is also a deer head hanging on the wall. Then you walk into the living room. You see a young man with a handsome face and pale skin lying on the sofa. The ocean-scented perfume and the faint smell of formalin emanates from his body. It's him. He's the masked man who kidnapped you, but he's not wearing a mask at this time. And kinda hot. His sleeping face has a ferocious expression. His neck is sweating and he seems to be trembling. It looks like he's sick. At this time, you decide I think we should try and take the opportunity to escape. If you don't run away now, then when? You open the door and find a forest with heavy snow outside. You remember why you came here. You were traveling alone. In the evening, your car hit a deer on the forest road and then stalled. With no cell phone signal in the deep mountains, you walked on the road for 30 minutes until it got dark. Then you saw the lights of a cabin in the forest and decided to ask the occupants for help. That's when you witnessed that scene. You witnessed a man wearing a mask dragging a corpse into the cabin, and unfortunately you were discovered by the man. You ran wildly on the mountain road. The man was more familiar with the terrain than you were, and he quickly got in front of you and knocked you out. Then when you opened your eyes, you were in the underground secret room. By this time, the man fell ill on the couch, and there is no one to stop you. You cross the gate with confidence, but after you only take a few steps, a sharp pain hits your calf, and you look down at the blunt red stain on the snow. Oh shoot, did we step on a bear trap? Just now you realize there are a lot of bear traps placed around the cabin, and it was difficult for you to identify them because they were covered by the snow. The unstoppable pain makes you fall towards the snow in front of you. Oh my gosh. As more bear traps are triggered, you're no longer you. You are an unrecognizable piece of flesh. The snow's dyed even brighter red, and you can only wait for the wolves to eat up your remains. Dang. Bad ending, 6 out of 6. Beware of traps. Stay and take care of him. I don't see this being a realistic option. What I would do is try and find a phone or something and call the police and try and get away from this weirdo. But of course, we're a woman and we had to fall in love with him. You can't bear to leave him alone, so you reach out and touch his forehead. Whoa, so hot. I think she's referring to more than just his fever, if you know what I mean. You try to find something that can cool him down. Let's investigate. Living room, kitchen, and the investigation. We'll look at the living room. The living room is spotlessly clean. Where to investigate next? The man. His expression is ferocious. He seems to be in pain. He's still having a fever. Where to investigate next? Sofa. You don't think it's good for a patient to sleep on the sofa, but you can't move him with your strength. Where to investigate next? Specimens. It feels like he did them all. The workmanship of these specimens is exquisite. Where to investigate next? Photo frame. There's a photo frame on the shelf. It's a photo of him standing at the entry of a judical mental hospital with a man in a doctor's robe. Where to investigate next? Shelf. Cocoa powder, locked box. There's a box with a combination lock on the shelf. Oh, if I remember this correctly, it was like 1004 or something. Or like 104. I don't remember. It's been a minute. Where to investigate next? Bookcase. You find some of his profiles in the bookcase. Name, Helen Otis. Gender, male. Birthday, October 1st, 1908. It's 1980. Sorry about that. Or to investigate next. So that would be 10-1. Let's try that. Ah, we got it. There's a note in the box that says blah, 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 blah. I wonder what it means. It's just like a YouTube video or something. It's weird. Let's see. Let's get that cocoa powder. There's a jar of cocoa powder and a cup on it. Let's make him a cup of cocoa. Where to investigate next? Investigation. Are you sure? Yes. Kitchen. The kitchen is spotlessly clean. Fridge. There are some ice cubes in it. These can cool down his body temperature. Cabinet. You find some clean towels in the kitchen cabinet. I can soak a I can soak a cabinet? Hold on. I don't think that's it. Oh well, I can soak a towel in ice water and place it on the patient's forehead to cool him down. Are you a doctor? An investigation? Yes. End investigation. He returns to the living room, wring out the excess water from the towel soaked in ice water, and place it on his head. His ferocious expression gradually softens. You once again notice his fair skin and long eyelashes, and his slightly curled black hair. If you don't say he's a murderer, his sleeping face looks very harmless now. After a while, he looks shocked. He wakes up to the scent of you brewing cocoa and sitting on the couch. He looks a little shocked. He looks around quickly and seems to understand what is going on.
Why are you doing this?
Because I can. I want to ask myself that too.
You saw me faint and didn't choose to run away.
To be fair, if I did, I would have been bear trapped, so
You're such a weirdo.
just stop calling me that. Is there anyone weirder than you in this house? You can't help but about him. You seem to see the corners of his mouth raise slightly for a few seconds, and the atmosphere between you two relaxes. He doesn't drink the cocoa you brew for him. It seems that he's still a little weary of you. Can you tell me who you are?
Bloody Painter. That's the name they gave me for my modus operandi.
Okay. Speak English, buddy.
If you find it difficult to pronounce, you can call me BP.
If I find it difficult to pronounce. It's 2 English words. It's not that difficult to pronounce, you weirdo. Even though what he told you was just a nickname, at least you know how to call him now. After the brief conversation on the sofa, he does not lock you back in the underground secret room. Perhaps staying to take care of him when he falls ill was enough to prove that you won't run away. You get up from the sofa and continue to look at the specimen decorations in the living room. He sits on the sofa, crosses his legs, picks up a book, and starts reading.
By the way, you better not try to escape.
Okay, buddy.
There are traps all around the cabin, and only I know how to get in and out safely.
Uh-huh. You sit on the sofa. Soon, a wave of sleepiness comes over you. Today, you fall asleep on the couch in the living room, not in the cold underground secret room. Your survival rate increases. All right, that's going to be it for this episode. Yeah. Part 2.